Enron was the great business success story of the 1990s. The old energy companies like Exxon, later ExxonMobil, were sort of pulling back, reducing their payrolls, not growing. Enron and some of the other companies, Dynergy and so forth, were aggressively moving forward. They were hiring lots of people. They were very major players in the community philanthropically, and as well as being a major source of economic growth in the Houston metropolitan area. When Enron and other companies as well were battered by the what happened in 2000, 2001, it had dramatic effects on the Houston economy. Thousands of people lost good paying jobs. Many people lost their savings. Thousands of vendors found they could not collect bills that were owed. The rippling effects were far broader than just the people directly impacted. It affected many people's pocketbooks. It also affected the kind of climate here. It was shocking to many people that this company that they had admired so much, it suddenly seemed to implode just in a matter of weeks. It was very, very painful. There was a lot of anger based on what people had read or heard. I think most of us don't deal very well with things happening more or less by chance. We want to think that there's a kind of an order in the world that's driven by human control and action, and if something bad happens, somebody caused it, instead of perhaps a combination of rather unrelated circumstances that happen to click together and a business implodes. I think when people find out something that's shocking and disturbing and painful for thousands of individuals, they are looking for someone to blame. And if the government comes in and points the finger of blame, there's an overwhelming disposition to say, aha, bad people caused this. They want to see the perpetrators punished, even if it's not quite done by following the letter of the law. People demand a head on a spike, and sometimes they get it. It's one way of dealing with public angst, and I was just reading an article about people correlating bad weather leading to a number of witchcraft trials, because when the weather turned bad and harvests failed, there was the tendency a few hundred years ago to look for human causes of this, and it was bad people that had somehow caused the weather to deteriorate. And so there's a real spike in witchcraft trials when crops fail. If the government brings an indictment, a lot of folks tend to think, well, they're probably guilty. The sort of general predisposition is to accept the government's position in these criminal indictment matters.